going to kind of keep it in the same wedding vein today. It's a delight to welcome to our Morning Brew show, Remy Rotenier. I hope I pronounced it right, Remy.
Yes, that's perfect.
Thank you. With Remy Design, Remy is a local jewelry designer, and it just so happens I have a co-host that likes jewelry. So
I do.
Boy, you came to the right show, didn't you?
That's wonderful.
All right, Aaron, look at this beautiful jewelry that Remy has
These
brought.
are just a few little samples of something that I do for jewelry television. So it's a new collection that we have called the Bella Luce, Remy Rotenier for Bella Luce.
And this looks like engagement rings, perhaps?
We have, yes, we have engagement rings. We have pieces that are just because. We have wonderful things. We have a special new cut, which they refer to as the Remy cut, and it's a whole lot of fun because it's a little bit of old world, new world. I had a large one cut like this. Isn't that wonderful?
How many carats is this? Is this an actual diamond?
No, no, that's a cubic zirconia. The collection is a diamond simulant, so it is cubic zirconia. Actually, we call it Bella Luce on jewelry television, but it is a diamond simulant, which is a lot of fun for someone who's been designing high-end jewelry all their lives. This is a great way to make it more accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, your story is very interesting. You're from Paris, and you grew up and learned jewelry design in Paris.
I did. I was born there and raised, and I learned jewelry design and then gemology as well. Then I moved to New York to be one of the staff designers for Tiffany & Company. Ooh. So I did that for a few years. And then after that, I was hired to by Cabana and Matty Jewelers here in New Mexico. And I was their design director for many years. And I still design their wonderful collections as well as their custom pieces.
Wow. So now you consider yourself a French New Mexican?
I'm a French New Mexican, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a different animal. Huh?
And we can buy your stuff just here in town. Where
well, you know, there's different ways to get a hold of me. You can go to the Matty stores if you love the Cabana jewelry, which is magnificent. You can also, if you need custom pieces, we do them through the stores. I also have my own company, like we said, Remy Design, and I do a lot of custom pieces. Like, I think there's this piece that was on the screen. It's like a 5-carat diamond ring that we were just seeing.
Okay.
But
we'll see if we can pull that back up here.
Yeah,
it's a 5-carat diamond ring?
Well, there's many designs that we can do, and that's the beauty of custom design, is that it is made specifically for you, utilizing either your stones, remounting some stones that you had, or just doing something from scratch with outsourcing, finding the stones for you.
Yeah, and now that's one question I have. So a lot of people talk about like upgrading their ring through the years. Are you able to do something like that? Someone comes to you and say, I love just my wedding ring, and but I want an upgrade. Like, how does that work?
Well, that happens, you know, after many, many years, you need sometimes a little change. So we do, I sit down with the customer, and it's a really fun experience because we get to sit down and I sketch live in front of them, and I think people really enjoy that.
That image right there, this is obviously a sketch of a ring design.
Well, this one is from the jewelry television collection, the Remy Rotenier for Bella Luce, and it's a line that I introduced in October, and I go to do these shows, and there's another one. Yeah. I do these shows every couple of months. I just came back from a rotation of a couple of shows there, and it's a pretty wonderful venue for this.
You're obviously not a trendy jeweler. You're a classic design jeweler. But what is hot right now? What are people looking for in their jewelry? Well,
you know, the trend is really quality, and I think that's what makes people feel very self-confident. Is if things are designed with care, with beauty, if you really pay attention to a lot of the details. When I work on pieces like this, I really like to worry about every single little aspect of the piece, so that even though this ring probably retails for about $60, it's going to look like it's about $15,000 or $20,000.
Yes.
And that's what I'm into. Yes.
That ring retails for $60?
Yes, that's the beauty of jewelry television. But actually, I will give it the same amount of care and detail as if we were looking at a piece that was made with genuine diamonds.
That's a beautiful piece.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
I call it the Victorian collar because it kind of like goes up like this, and the stone is kind of showcased.
And I love these designs that are, you know, the big stone and very simple. That's how mine is. And
where it just lets the stone speak for itself.
Exactly.
And that was a good way to showcase that new special cut that I had.
Right.
It was developed by a lady who helped me here called Nancy Attaway. She's a wonderful designer and stonecutter here in Albuquerque. And she helped me to figure out a little bit how we were going to do this cut.
Yeah.
And so...
I want to see this bracelet.
This
Can you show that?
Oh, so you don't do just rings, but you do other things as
Oh,
well.
yes. Oh,
See if we
I
can get a
designed
shot of this
all-
beautiful bracelet.
All kinds
here.
of different things. We designed a lot of rings because that's what a lot of people want their rings.
Yeah.
But here, for example, there's this this bracelet is based on an Art Deco motif, and there are the baguettes here. There are two different size baguettes, and the rounds, and it has a little bit of a vintage feel to it. We actually hid the clasp on the side, so it's very beautifully done.
That is really
And
pretty.
Isn't
to
that
think
lovely?
that we can make this accessible to more women, I really love the idea of making luxury something that everyone can have access to.
Now, how much does this retail for?
I can't remember. I think the bracelet is 120 or 130, something like that. But it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I love doing the custom pieces. I do a lot of my custom pieces with Lonnie Schroeder here in town. He is this brilliant jeweler locally, and we work together. We have people come and sit down with us, and I sketch for them, and we build the pieces together, and they come out beautifully. And some of them are very high budgets, you know, but I also like doing this collection as well.
So how do we find Remy Designs? I
Well-
think you've sold us.
Well, you can actually find me on my website, remydesign.net. And from there, we update it all the time, so you can see links to all the different things that I do there. So that's a good way to get a hold of us, and there's all kinds of contact information there.
Well, your stuff is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci, merci.
Remy Rotenier with us today with beautiful jewelry design for you on the Morning Brew. Please come back and see us again.
Thank you.
Remy. It's great to
Thank
have you here. We'll be back with more on the Morning Brew after this.